Hello, welcome to today's lesson, What is Six Sigma? In under 10 minutes. Six Sigma is a method of quality management. The main purpose of the Six Sigma process is to improve quality, reduce costs, and increase customer satisfaction of business processes in an organization through quality management measuring techniques, such as statistical analysis to reduce defects and increase business process outputs. Six Sigma come from? The origin of Six Sigma can be traced back to efforts taken by Carl Friedrich Gauss in the 18th century. Gauss introduced the concept of the normal curve. In the 1920s, Walter Shewhart identified that 3 sigma deviations from the mean is the point where a process requires correction. This introduced the idea of utilizing sigma deviations as a measurement standard in product variation. Bill Smith and Michael Harry of Motorola codified a report that showed that the lesser the number of nonconformities at each stage of production, the better the performance. Bill Smith is credited with coining the term Six Sigma, which Motorola later trademarked. In 1987, Motorola CEO Bob Galvin launched a new quality management program entitled the Six Sigma Quality Control Program. After seeing tremendous results and winning a prestigious quality award, many other companies began to introduce Six Sigma within their organizations. Let's take a look at how Six Sigma has been adopted by organizations over time. As noted previously, in 1985, Bill Smith, an engineer working for Motorola, is credited with coming up with the term Six Sigma. In 1987, Motorola officially launches Six Sigma within the organization. In 1988, Motorola wins the esteemed Malcolm Baldrige National Quality Award. In that same year, Texas Instruments jumped on board with Six Sigma. Then there was IBM in 1990, Allied Signal and Kodak in 1994. General Electric launches Six Sigma in 1995. Jack Welch became an outspoken advocate for Six Sigma, so much so that many people believe that Six Sigma actually began at GE. Polaroid and Whirlpool in 1996, American Express, Dow Chemical, and Honeywell in 1998, followed by DuPont in 1999, and in 2000, Ford and Microsoft incorporate Six Sigma. And the list goes on. Several other big-name companies have since adopted the Six Sigma methodology, including John Deere, Caterpillar, J&J, General Motors, and one that we're all pleased to be specifically focused on reducing defects, Lockheed Martin. There are several components that define and support the Six Sigma approach. Six Sigma is a project-by-project based methodology. Each project is managed by applying Six Sigma principles, and as projects are completed, new projects are chartered to enforce continuous improvement across the organization. Projects are selected based on the importance towards achieving the strategic objectives of the organization. Upon completion of the Six Sigma projects, the results are translated directly or indirectly into financial terms to illustrate the positive financial impacts to the organization. Recognition and reward systems are put in place to reinforce the usage of the Six Sigma methodologies on projects and to showcase the importance of Six Sigma to the organization. Six Sigma is a data-driven management approach that is used to improve quality. This is achieved by measuring how many defects there are within a specified process. It may also work to reduce waste and time while working to lower costs. Each defect is eliminated until there are as few defects as possible. Continuous improvement focused on customer satisfaction, Six Sigma aims for a process to be 99.99996% defect-free. The hierarchy of Six Sigma participants are represented by different colored belts, leveraged from traditional martial arts disciplines. The white belts are the beginners. They are just being introduced to the discipline. Yellow belts are those that have learned the fundamentals and are beginning to comprehend how Six Sigma works. Green belts are earned by leading small improvement projects utilizing Six Sigma. Black belts are earned by leading large, complex improvement projects. And master black belts are masters of Six Sigma and are used to train upcoming black belts. The International Association for Six Sigma Certification is just one of many organizations that issue Six Sigma certifications. These are great to have if you're looking for a new job or if you're looking to increase your value to your current organization. And really, who doesn't want to be a black belt? Look into it. Key management involvement is critical to the successful implementation of Six Sigma. Six Sigma is more than just a project. It is a management strategy for an organization. Management must understand how Six Sigma works and how it can be applied to various areas of the organization. The first key to success is to ensure that there are adequate staff to drive Six Sigma across the organization. Outside resources with Six Sigma experience may need to be hired, and all individuals involved have to be trained on Six Sigma practices. Six Sigma cost savings should be included in management goals to drive adherence. Constant communications are also necessary to ensure that all employees understand that it is not a passing fancy, and that it is important to management and the organization overall. Therefore, it is important to all employees. Six Sigma champions should be selected, and projects should be driven by the Six Sigma methodology. Management should be involved in assisting with removing whatever bottlenecks or pockets of resistance materialize. Employees that are properly adhering to the Six Sigma methodology should be rewarded through Six Sigma-related incentives or for one-time awards to increase interest and to reinforce the desired behaviors. Management should be involved in reviewing Six Sigma projects and the Six Sigma adoption overall, and focus on making any necessary changes to make adoption more effective and to quantify the results of utilizing Six Sigma to increase support throughout the organization. If any of these areas is ignored by management, the strategy will not be effective and the potential savings will not be realized. Before, Six Sigma is an operating philosophy based on customer satisfaction. High goals are set to reduce waste, improve quality, and financial performance. Using the Six Sigma process, all work must be viewed as a process that can be defined, measured, analyzed, improved, and controlled. Each of these processes must have an input and an output. The goal is to be able to control the input, which will result in easier control of the process output. Much of the philosophy is based off of reducing defects per million opportunities. Six Sigma aims to reduce the number of defects to 3.4 defects per million opportunities. The reduction of overall defects will reduce variation in the input and output. There are two primary Six Sigma processes to choose from. Both were inspired by Dr. Deming's Plan, Do, Check, Act cycle. Although very similar in nature, the DMAIC process is used for improving existing processes, and DMADV is used to develop new processes. Well, our 10 minutes is just about up, so that's the end of our lesson today. Hopefully, you now know much more about Six Sigma than you did before. If you want to learn more about Six Sigma, there is plenty of information available on various websites, including isixsigma.com and sixsigmaonline.org. Thank you so much for tuning in.